This is the bizarre medical mystery of Phineas Gage. Phineas Gage was an American railroad foreman who suffered a freak accident that would make him the most famous traumatic brain injury patient in history. On the afternoon of September 13, 1848, Gage was leading a crew of men, laying the track for a new railway line in Vermont. To clear the rock, Gage was tamping explosives into a hole in the ground with a large metal pole, when he became briefly distracted and looked over his shoulder. Suddenly, the fuse ignited and launched the 3.5-foot iron pole through his head, entering through his left cheek, obliterating his frontal lobe, and exiting through the top of his skull. And here's the crazy part. Not only did Gage maintain consciousness, he was immediately able to walk, stand, and speak clearly. As his men drove him to the nearest town, Gage even made entries in his time book, recording his crew's hours and wages. At one point, Gage vomited, and the doctor recorded that a teacup full of brain plopped out the top of his head and onto the ground. Gage was shockingly resilient and optimistic throughout his treatment, maintaining that he would be back at work in a few days. Despite his optimism, his family prepared for the funeral. He suffered massive blood loss, periods of comatose, and horrible infections. At one point, the doctor even had to cut a mushroom off the top of his head. But the days passed, and Gage did not die. Within a month, he was walking around town, and within 2, he was back working on his family farm. Through the rest of his life, Gage suffered no impairments to his motor, speech, or memory functions. His skull and iron bar can be found on display at the Harvard Medical School Museum, where they continue to baffle scientists to this day.